So I want to show you how to embed YouTube videos using this mashup tool. It's the easiest and the most convenient way to embed YouTube videos. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do that in the SkyDrive portion of the OIC. So I'm going to come in, I'm going to edit my item, and then this is where I'm going to insert my YouTube video. In the past, we have done it via HTML. I'm going to show you how to do it in both ways. So not everything is through mashups, so we can use HTML as a resort for YouTube videos, but I want to show you how to use the mashups because it's very painless and easy to do. So I'm going to come and click my mashups button, and I'm going to come down to YouTube video. What this does is it syncs with the YouTube server. So I can search for my videos by name. I also have my YouTube account up right here, so I can make sure I'm getting using SkyDrive. And come back into course sites, mashups, YouTube video. Alright, so it's called using SkyDrive. So I can type in the title here, or I can do a general search. And then click Go. From here, you can see that just like with any YouTube search, I have almost 6,000 results, but I want to sort this by relevance, and I want to say, I want anything uploaded this month. And it will filter those results down even further. And then I can search for my video. After scrolling around a bit, I discovered that mine is right here on the very top, and I need to correct a spelling error that I found. I can do several things at this point. I can preview this video, and that will open up in a new window, and I can watch it. But I know that this is mine, so I'm going to go ahead and hit select. So here is the video. I can choose to have it as a thumbnail. I can have a text link with player, or I can embed it directly, and these are all up to you on how you want to do this. I'm going to leave it as a thumbnail, and I do want to show the URL. So that way, if something happens and a browser is not showing this video, it also is displaying the URL that they can click and watch it. I don't want to show the YouTube information. I want to keep it clean and simple, and then all I have to do is hit submit. Now, here is that item, and you can see that my video is already here. I didn't have to play with the HTML, and everything is looking spotless. I can click submit, and then my item will be available. Now you can see that down here in my SkyDrive, here is my video. And some people look at this and go, it's way too small, nobody can see it, but I want to show you what happens when you click on this watch video. It pops up in a new window, and from here I can make it full screen. I can play it. I can use the escape button and go out of full screen. I can choose my player controls. So it acts just like a regular embedded player, except when I X out of it, when I'm done listening to the video and watching it, I'm still in Blackboard. I haven't moved out of any place. I'm right where I left off, and I can continue on with whatever is next in my learning plan. Next, I'm going to show you how to do a hard embed using the HTML, and so that you can see two different ways to embed these. If you're using YouTube, the mashup is the best way to go. There is a caveat to that. It does take some time to upload your video and have it sync to the server. So you cannot do this at the last minute and expect to find your video in the YouTube server. It takes some time for it to get there. I would plan on at least a 6-hour window. So if you do something at the last minute, or if you're answering a student question and you need to get that information out to your students, then we will be using the embed code like we would for Vimeo. So not everything has a mashup. So I'm going to show you next how you would embed a regular HTML iframe code like we would have to do for Vimeo, which you could use for any iframe. In addition, you can also use this for last minute YouTube videos. So hang tight while I get everything ready for that. So I am in my YouTube account and I have a video called Setting Up Collaborate. It's here at CWI. And I want to grab the embed code from this. In this, I can just hit the share button and hit embed. Before, in the old Blackboard, you would have to choose this old embed code. This old embed code is being phased out, and therefore we need to adjust to using our iframe code. I can change the video size right here, so 640 by 360, or I can manually edit this in my HTML. I still strongly suggest that you use HTTPS because we are using a secured server in our Blackboard site. Therefore, our secure server should also mash up with our YouTube. Otherwise, it'll say that item is outside of Blackboard content area and won't link to it directly. Once I have done this, all I have to do is click on this iframe code, copy it, and come into where I want it to go. Now, I've been playing around a little bit in the class, so that's why I'm in the tool availability. I need this one to go into the week 4 folder. I'm going to be using interactive tools. I'm going to scroll down a little bit. So this will apply to any of these like Prezi's or Vimeo tools that don't have a mashup associated with them in Blackboard, but we still want to embed them in our course sites. The mashup feature is here, and these are our current mashups that Blackboard is partnered with. So we have Flickr, SlideShare, NBC, Google Documents, and YouTube videos. So if we're using something outside of that, we actually have to use the embed code. I do have to go into the HTML side of this in order to embed this. So I'm just going to click on that HTML link. I suggest strongly, I know that this is going at the bottom of the page, so that is helpful for me. But if you don't have you have a specific place where this needs to go, where you have text before and after, you can set a placeholder, and that will show you where you're supposed to be putting these things. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to paste that embed code, and I'm going to hit update. You can now see this is where that video is going to be held. And what I was talking about earlier is if I wanted to put a video, and this is set up in a table, so it doesn't really apply. But if I wanted to have a placeholder, I could do something as simple as wherever I wanted this video to go, type in A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all in caps. And then when I wanted to put that HTML code in, all I would have to do was search for the placeholder that I put in, which would be A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And you can do that using the Find button, which is Control and F. And then you can search for it, and then you would be able to copy this or highlight it and then paste over where your code should go. That's just a little helpful trick that I have picked up in my many years of programming. So that's a little freebie for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and cancel this because I don't need to change anything, and I'm going to delete this. Once it's all ready and done, I've set all of my parameters, I hit submit. And Now you can see here is my embedded YouTube video, and that is how you set that up as a hard embed versus the mashup embed.